lights, bleeding amber rain, slick concrete sheen. Another Tuesday night, lost in the silent scene. Clocks of slow motion, torture ticking past my plea for a drop of something real, just a memory of me. Used to chase the sun, a golden, blinding haze. Now I'm stuck in the shadows, lost in these lonely days. This drought inside my spirit, a barren dusty land. Just echoes of your laughter slip through my trembling hand. Reaching for a phantom, a shimmer in the dark, like a compass pointing nowhere, leaving its fragile mark. Seeking out the luminance, a flicker in the void, before the shadows swallow when my story's destroyed. 3 a.m. confessions, spilling like the rain, washing over secrets, numb the burning pain. Sun eclipsed, a darkness I can't outrun. 3 a.m. confessions, till the morning's done. 3 a.m. confessions, spilling like the rain, washing over secrets, numb the burning pain. Sun eclipsed, a darkness I can't outrun. 3 a.m. confessions, till the morning's done. Diamond dust and broken vows, a gilded poison plea. Built my empire on the backs of what you couldn't see. Salt and thirst, a constant bitter tangle fight, trying to drown the memories bathed in artificial light. Trust would drown the memories bathed in artificial light. Trust was a mirage, shimmering in the heat. Now the desert's got me, can't find no solid sweet. Now the desert's got me, can't find no solid sweet. They say success is lonely, a solitary throne, but the silence screams your absence, a mournful, hollow tone. Just the weight of everything, lost in the static, can't hear anything. Just the rain and the regret. 3 a.m. confessions, spilling like the rain, washing over secrets, numb the burning pain. Sun eclipsed, a darkness I can't outrun. 3 a.m. confessions, till the morning's done. 3 a.m. confessions, spilling like the rain, washing over secrets, numb the burning pain. Sun eclipsed, a darkness I can't outrun. 3 a.m. confessions, till the morning's done. Rain, lost, eclipse. 3, gone. Street lights, bleeding amber rain, slick concrete sheen. Another Tuesday night, a ghost in the scene. Used to chase the spotlight, a supernova bright. Now it's just a static, lost in the fading light. This drought's been relentless, a desert in my soul. Empty bottles whispering stories, losing control. Remember the downpour, a promise in the haze. Not just the grit and shadows of these lonely days. Searching for a flicker, a sliver of the sun, like a compass spinning, nowhere to run. This thirst is a river, carving through the stone. Just need a single drop to feel less alone. After hours only, the city sleeps in sighs. After hours only, behind these vacant eyes. Salt on the pavement, a memory bittersweet. After hours only, can't escape this heat. After hours only, the city sleeps in sighs. After hours only, behind these vacant eyes. Salt on the pavement, a memory bittersweet. After hours only, can't escape this heat. They built me on an eclipse. They built me on eclipse, a shadow in the gold. Trust was a mirage, a story often told. Each diamond a deception, a glittering disguise. Trading loyalty for a momentary prize. The weight of the empire, a pressure in my chest. Every victory hollow, a never-ending test. This salt's a consequence, a bitter stinging plea for a moment of silence just to finally be free. Whispered, just the echo of what used to be. Slightly louder, is this all there is? Just the gravity, almost a sigh. The rain, it never comes. After hours only, the city sleeps in sighs. After hours only, behind these vacant eyes. Salt on the pavement, a memory bittersweet. After hours only, can't escape this heat. After hours only, the city sleeps in sighs. After hours only, behind these vacant eyes. Salt on the pavement, a memory bittersweet. After hours only, can't escape this heat. Drake and scat lips, heavily auto-tuned and laid. lost just after only. Hooray. Whoa. Only. Rain, salts, and silence. Whoa. Concrete blooms, a garden of gray, where promises wither and fade away. Black rose petals falling slow, each one a memory, a silent blow. She said forever a venomous lie, now just echoes beneath the crimson sky. This ain't sorrow, this is cold fire. Burning bridges fueled by desire. I walk these streets of ghosts in the night, haunted by shadows, make them polite. They see a killer, a heart turn to stone, but they don't know the seed she sown. Black rose petals, stain in my hands, a testament to broken plans. This ain't love lost, it's a war embrace, leaving nothing but an empty space. Heavy metal in my veins, a fractured plea. She took my sunshine, now darkness owns me. Petals falling, a morbid rain, washing away the remnants of pain. Used to chase dreams, now I chase the void. A hollow reflection, utterly destroyed. Every heartbeat, a drum of despair, a constant reminder she isn't there. They whisper my name, a curse on the breeze, but I built this empire on shattered knees. I'm the architect of my own demise, looking for vengeance in her cold eyes. The city sleeps, but I'm wide awake, plotting my revenge for goodness sake. No redemption, no second chance, just a twisted soul in a violent dance. She thought she could break me, leave me to rust, but from the ashes, a new power thrust. I'm a phantom, a shadow, a force unseen, fueled by the darkness, forever mean. This ain't weakness, this is raw control, a shattered spirit taking its toll. Black rose petals, stain in my hands, a testament to broken plans. This ain't love lost, it's a war embrace, leaving nothing but an empty space. Heavy metal in my veins, a fractured plea. She took my sunshine, now darkness owns me. Petals falling, a morbid rain, washing away the remnants of pain. Petals fall! Leather feels cold against my skin. The driver keeps his eyes on the road. Rain streaks the glass like slow tears. I'm sitting in a spiritual drought. In the back of this long black car, the humanity is high but I'm parsed. Toronto looks blurred and gray. Everything I ever wanted feels like nothing. I was chasing the light too hard, now the sun is gone. Just a cold eclipse over the 6. Success blocked out the warmth. It's getting dark, I'm living in the shadow I made. Black out windows, I can't see who's calling my name. Blacked out windows, hiding all the guilt and the shame. Keep it tucked away. Blacked out windows. The cost of the suit could feed a black. The cost of the suit could feed a black. But I'm still drinking the salt water, expecting the thirst to go away, expecting the thirst to sow away, expecting the thirst to go away. Now my inner circle is just a dot now. Just a man in the front and my ghost. Getting everything made me feel empty. The more I have, the less I feel. Too much weight, it's heavy on the chest. I used to think the tent was for them, to keep the world from looking in. But I'm the one trapped inside. This glass is just a wall, just a wall. Yeah. Black out calling my name. Blacked out windows, hiding all the guilt and the shame. All the shame. Shuts out window, let it wash. I can't see a thing. Yeah, 3 a.m. checking, audit the garden ovo. Audit the landscape, I'm seeing the colors are starting to fade. I planted a vision but ended up living inside of the shade. The sun was a promise but lately it's feeling like a total eclipse. Tasting the salted game on my dehydrated lips. You're a bloody rose, beautiful petals but venomous roots. Searching for truth while I'm drowning in luxury suits. I parked the whip on the shoulder just staring at thorns on the vine. Wondering how something so beautiful could be so intertwined. With the darkness I'm fleeing, the silence I'm trying to break. Realizing the garden was just another high-end mistake. I got a thirst that no vintage champagne could ever resolve. Watching the loyalty crumble, watching the circle dissolve. I'm praying for rain just to wash all the red off the floor. Looking for light but I'm locked behind every door. Yeah, searching for the shine, waiting for a sign. A bloody rose in the pouring rain, trying to find the sun through the drought and the pain. It's a total eclipse, I'm just thirsty for you. But the salt in the garden is all that we knew. Aesthetic, they don't see the scars from the stem. I gave you the crown but you're polishing every gem. For somebody else that's a cold way to play with the trust, turning a permanent garden to a mountain of dust. The drought was a choice, you held back the water, see if I'd fold. Now to see it fold, now the sun is a memory in the penthouse feeling so cold. Sophisticated betrayals, I'm reading between our lines. The salt in the wound is a symptom of modern designs. You're chasing the eclipse while I'm just trying to find the light. But the thorns on the bloody rose keep me up through the night. I was the rain when your petals were dry. I was the sun in your midnight sky. But when the thirst kicked in, you didn't even try. I guess some things are just meant to bleed. A bloody rose in the pouring rain, trying to find the sun through the drought and the pain. It's a total eclipse, I'm just thirsty for you. But the salt in the garden is all that we knew. Yeah, it's a bloody rose, drowning in the rain. Yeah, keep the garden, thorns and all. 3 a.m. in the city, it's over. Thirst, salt, eclipse. City sleeps in a muted haze. Another night bleeding into days. The concrete breathes a silent sigh. Reflection fractured in a digital eye. This glow in the dark, a persistent burn. A phantom promise I'm still learning to discern. Used to chase the sun, a naive, restless plea. Now just a shadow of what I used to be. The echoes linger, a familiar refrain. A hollow comfort in the pouring rain. And the silence screams louder than any applause. Caught in the undertow, defying all laws. Every notification, a siren soft call. Pulling me under, watching empires fall. Need a lifeline, a glimpse of something real. Beyond the filter feed, the wounds I conceal. But the blue light paints the world in shades of gray. Another illusion clouding the way. Blue light filter washing over my soul. A fractured reflection, losing control. Drought in the desert, thirsting for rain. Drowning in the echoes, feeling the pain. Sun's eclipse memory, a faded gold hue. This fragile existence, barely seeing through. Blue light filter, suffocated embrace. Lost in the static in this lonely space. They build you a throne on a foundation of dreams, a gilded cage where nobody truly gleams. Trust is a currency, carefully traded and spent, and the consequences linger, a bit immense. Trust is a currency, carefully traded and spent, and the consequences linger, a bit immense. This legacy's heavy, a weight on my chest, a constant reminder of the prices I've assessed. Built empires of whispers on foundations of lies, seeing truth reflected in vacant hollow eyes. The lines get blurred, the boundaries fade, a fragile persona expertly made. So, it's all so. Washing over my soul, a fractured reflection, losing control. Drought in the desert, thirsting for rain, drowning in the echoes, feeling the pain. Sun's eclipse memory, a faded gold hue, this fragile existence barely seeing through. Blue light filled the suffocated embrace, lost in the static in this lonely space. Blue, lost, thirsty, echoes fading, just the light, water dries, gone. 808, tape, piss, Calvin echoes, architect back, yeah, building something beautiful. 808, tape, piss, Calvin echoes, architect back, yeah, building's feeling good. Used to build walls around my heart, concrete and cold, every heartbreak a brick, a story untold. They said I was damaged, a fixer up a case. Now I'm redesigning, finding my own space. I took the blueprints of sorrow, flipped them around, turned the foundation of weakness into solid ground. This ain't it's about undertaking the fractures and giving them a brand new start. I'm the architect of pain, but I'm building a kingdom, a brighter view. Hammer swinging, bass drum thumping, feel the vibe ignite. Constructing confidence, bathed in neon light. Used to design disaster, a labyrinth of woe. Architect of pain, reborn and refined. Leaving the wreckage far, that's the design. This elevation's mine, all mine, all mine. Remember nights lost, schematics all blurred. Every mistake a lesson, every harsh word heard. I analyze the pressure, the stress and the strain. Use the broken pieces to build a hurricane. Not a destruction, but a vintage unleashed. A force of creation, a beautiful beast. I'm stacking up victories layer by layer. This ain't just survival, this is I'm the architect. See the vision unfold, a masterpiece rising worth more than gold. Vocal chop breakdown with heavy clip and bass and cowbell accents. Now the skyline's changing, a vibrant hue, built on resilience, strong and true, yeah, strong and true. Hammer swinging, bass drum thumping, feel the vibe ignite. Constructing confidence, bathed in neon light. Used to design disaster, a labyrinth of woe. Architect of pain, reborn and refined. Leaving the wreckage far, that's the design. This elevation's mine, all mine, all mine. 808, bass with tape, piss, Calvin echoes, architect back, yeah, building something beautiful. Blueprint bliss, feel it, feel it. BB face the silence. concrete bloom. Yeah. Street lights bleeding through a permanent gloom. Another brick in the wall, another ghost in the room. Lost my compass, traded faith for a tomb. This city is earnest, burning out too soon. Got a cold heart, yeah, it's a familiar tune. Echoes of laughter beneath the silent June. Searching for a flicker, a sliver of grace. Lost in the static, a forgotten space. Like a sun eclipsed, hiding from the face of a truth I'm running from at a relentless pace. City lights, cold heart bleeding slow, watching the shadows where the memories go. Salt on the tongue, a silent undertow, lost in the rhythm, no to go. City lights, cold heart bleeding slow, watching the shadows where the memories go. Salt on the tongue, a silent undertow, lost in the rhythm, no to go. Built empires on promises, brittle and frail. Trust is a currency traded for a failing trail. Every diamond's a shard reflecting a painful tale. This gilded cage, a beautiful, desolate gale. Used to think the spotlight, desolate gale. Used to think the spotlight was a golden decree. Now it's just a mirror, was a golden decree. Now it's just a mirror showing only me. A hollow reflection, eternally free, but chained to the echoes of what used to be. Whisper just a rain, remembered all the way. Used to wash it all away, now it just lingers like the salt. City lights, cold heart bleeding slow, watching the shadows where the memories go. Salt on the tongue, a silent undertow, lost in the rhythm, no to go. Distorted cowbell hits, but swells, a pitch down vocal chop. Ice cold. Repeats, diamond dust on a broken vow. She left me drowning right here, right now. Cold champagne, a bitter taste. Another empire built on waste. This ain't celebration, this is residue of a love I thought was honest and true. She wanted glitter, a platinum sheen. I offer loyalty, a king unseen. Now I'm ghosting through these hollow halls, watching everything crumble, watching it fall. This bottle's empty, just like my soul. Lost control, lost all control. Ice in my veins, a glacial burn. She took my fire, watched my lessons unlearned. Washing away the remnants of pain, but pain breeds power, a venomous stain. This ain't a heartbreak and that monster is me. Remember whispers, promises made, now just echoes in this charade. She craved attention, offered silence, a love beyond compare, but silence is weakness, a vulnerable plea. She violence is weakness, a vulnerable plea. She wanted a villain and she got one for me. I'm cutting ties, severing the line, leaving the world, leaving her behind. This city's a graveyard of shattered dreams, fueled by ambition, it always seems. I'm a phantom driver, lost in the night, bathed the neon, burning so bright. They say time heals, a comforting lie, but the scars remain beneath the cold sky. I'm building a fortress of steel and of stone, where vulnerability will never be known. Just a hardened heart in this desolate space. This champagne's a poison until yesterday away. Ice in my veins, a glacial burn. She took my fire, watched my lessons unlearned. Cold champagne showers, a venomous stain, but pain brings power, a venomous stain. This ain't a heartbreak, it's a cold decree. This ain't a heartbreak and that monster is me. Final vocal chancel fades out with distortion. City breathes slow, another late night haze. Concrete veins pulse in a muted maze. This drought inside, a familiar sting. A desert soul searching for a hopeful spring. Used to chase the sun, a blinding gold gleam. Now the shadow stretches, a fractured fading dream. Empty promises whispered in the neon glow. Another echo in the place I used to know. But a tremor in the earth, a whisper in the air. A fragile glimmer, a burden I can barely bear. Is this just the echo of a past I can't reclaim, or a flicker of a future whispering my name? Cold concrete dreams falling like the rain, washing over asphalt, easing all the pain. But the salt remains a constant bitter taste. But the salt remains a constant bitter taste. Is in this urban ocean, nothing goes to waste. Cold concrete dreams etched into the night. A fragile reflection in the pale moonlight, lost in the current, searching for a sign. Is this the end of the line, or a chance to redefine? Diamonds on my wrist, a gilded cage, you see. Built on borrowed trust, a carefully crafted decree. Built on bars, a carefully crafted decree. They said I'd rise above, eclipse the fading stars. But the darkness lingers behind these gilded bars. Every touch, a calculated grace. A performance perfected in this relentless race. Consequences ripple like waves upon the shore. What happens to the man when you're knocking at that door? Built this empire on whispers and a fragile foundation. Now the cracks are widening, a silent devastation. Cold concrete dreams falling like the rain, washing over asphalt, easing all the pain. But the salt remains a constant bitter taste. But the salt remains a constant bitter taste. Is in this urban ocean, nothing goes to waste. Cold concrete dreams etched into the night. A fragile reflection in the pale moonlight, lost in the current, searching for a sign. Is this the end of the line, or a chance to redefine? Silence, just the city breathing. A hollow space where laughter used to bloom. The ghost of yesterday haunting the room. This hollow ache, a familiar friend. Is this the price? Will it ever end? Cold concrete dreams fading, salt still clinging. The rain softly, eclipse coming. Cold. And you want to stay, boy? Spotlight burns a hollow crown. They scream my name but looking down. Used to chase the echo, now the echo chases me. Diamond chains feel like shackles, a gilded misery. Every flash a fractured memory of a life I left behind. They see the glory, the endless story, but they don't see the grind. Built this empire on broken promises and a soul so cheap. Now I'm haunted by the ghost of silence, secrets I can't keep. Now I'm haunted by the ghost of silence, secrets I can't keep. This ain't a life, it's a performance, a carefully crafted lie. Lost myself in the adoration, watching my true self die. Crimson static in my veins, the price of fame. It drives me insane to want a monster, a hollow shell. I gave him hell, I gave him well. Everything I had, everything I knew, traded it all for a fleeting view. Now I'm trapped inside this gilded cage, fueled by rage, it's a slow decay. Smiles plastered on every face, a constant empty chase. Every connection, a transaction, a calculated play. They build you up just to tear you down. Watch you crumble and decay. I see the vultures circling closer, waiting for the final day. Remember hunger, remember pain, remember when I had a name. Before the labels, before the lights, before I lost my claim. Now I'm a product, a commodity stripped of all my worth. Just a puppet on a string, lost twisted earth. Lost in this twisted earth. They said I'd have it all, a kingdom at my feet. But a kingdom built on sand is destined for defeat. This hollow victory, a bitter poison wine. I trade it all back, the contract signed in blood. Lost in the darkness, misunderstood. Crimson static in my veins, the price of fame. It drives me insane to want a monster, a hollow shell. I gave him hell, I gave him well. Everything I had, everything I knew, traded it all for a fleeting view. Now I'm trapped inside this gilded cage, fueled by rage, it's a slow decay. More. Yeah. Thinking about the cost. Thinking about the cost. Version of what I lost. Version of what I lost. Cold air pushing through the tent. Asphalt stained by the oil leaks. I'm having conversations with my ghost again. The drought left me brittle and dry. Now the rain feels like a threat. I'm driving through the silence just to hear myself think. Just to hear myself think. Hear myself think. You were supposed to be my son, but I stepped right in the way. Made an eclipse out of our best days. Total darkness feels more like home. Dark alley philosophy. Thinking about the cost. Everything I gained is just a version of what I lost. Everything I lost. Dark alley philosophy. Thinking about the cost. Version of what I lost. This life is a mouthful of salt, got me thirsty for something real, but I keep drinking from the same ocean. Vanity is a weight I can't put down. The gravity here pulls everything apart. I don't trust the smiles in the VIP. I'm checking exits before I sit. Nobody's honest. Choosing my peace over your presence, that's the game I play. I'm lonely in a room full of winners. I push you back to keep my focus, but the focus feels like a cage. I crave the touch, then I hate the reach. Dark alley philosophy. Thinking about the cost. It's just a version of what I lost. Everything I lost. Dark alley philosophy. Thinking about the cost. Everything I gained is just a version of what I lost. Version of what I lost, yeah. Steel in my veins, not blood you see. Built on the wreckage of what used to be. They chase the shimmer, the fools go gleam. I'm buried deeper in a fractured dream. This ain't ambition, it's a cold design. A hollow echo of a lost paradigm. Every step forward a shadow grows, where the light surrenders and darkness knows. I walk the razor aside, leaving innocence on the other side. They talk of virtue, a fragile plea, but I tasted power and it consumed me. Darker than gold, a blackened throne, built on the bones of all I've known. No redemption, no turning back, just the crushing weight of this endless attack. Darker than gold, a venomous kiss, for chasing shadows at the end of the day. Concrete jungle, a digital cage, fueled by the fury of a bygone age. They see the surface, the hardened shell, don't know the demons that endlessly dwell. I'm a phantom driver, a ghost in the machine, pushing the limits, a violent scene. Every engine roar, a scream suppressed. This ain't a warning, it's a final call. Watch the empire crumble to my own decay. Lost in the darkness, come what may. They offered me heaven, a gilded cage. I chose the inferno, turned a new page. No angel singing, just static and joys. This ain't a weakness, it's a brutal force. A calculated chaos, charting a course beyond the cold embrace of a vacant stare. No. Darker than gold, a blackened throne, built on the bones of all I've known. No redemption, no turning back, just the crushing weight of this endless attack. Darker than gold, a venomous kiss, for chasing shadows at the end of the day. Go, 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 go. Street lights bleeding amber, rain slick concrete sheen. Another Tuesday night, a ghost of what might have been. Engine humming lower in the dark, just harpist rear view, leaving a fading mark. Used to chase the horizon, a wildfire, my soul knows just a dashboard glow, losing all control. This drought's been lingering, a desert in my chest, searching for a puddle, put my faith to the test. Suns of memory swallowed by the gray, seeking a reflection, a brighter yesterday. Eclipse on the horizon, a promise and a plea. Driving no destination, sure, yeah, just the miles in the haze, lost in the reflection of these forgotten days. Sword on my tongue, a constant bitter plea. Driving with no dations, just me and the debris. They built me a kingdom on foundations made of sand. Trust was a currency, traded across the land. Now the echoes linger, a promise is betrayed like a phantom limb, a price that must be paid. This thirst ain't for water, it's for something I can't name, for something I can't name. A validation flicker, a momentary flame. The sun's a cruel reminder of the heat I used to crave. Now I'm shielded by the shadows, digging an early grave. Remember the rain, just a trickle, a ghost of a stain. Lost the map, lost the lane. Just a trickle. Ghost of a stain. Driving no destination, sure, yeah, just the miles in the haze, lost in the reflection of these forgotten days. Sword on my tongue, a constant bitter plea. Driving with no dations, just me and the debris. Static crackling, feel the frequency rise. Another timeline flashing before my eyes. Used to chase shadows, lost in the gray. Now I'm riding waves in a brighter day. They say every choice of me, seeing it through. But this one feels right, a vibrant hue, a different outcome, a dream coming true. I'm a ghost of machine, a glitch in the code, breaking the pattern, lighten the load. This ain't no simulation, this ain't no show, just a parallel universe watching me grow. Echo bloom, a cosmic rebound, lost in the multiverse, spinning around. Different me's, living free and bold, stories unfolding worth more than gold. Shifting dimensions, a vibrant chase, finding my rhythm in time and space. No looking back, no time to stall, I'm answering the call, standing tall. Remember the doubt, the weight on my chest, a different version still stuck in that mess. But I jumped the track, rewrote the scene. Now I'm living proof of what could have been. Seeing reflections, a fractured design, each possibility brilliantly aligned. This energy flowing a powerful surge, leaving the darkness a brand new urge. I'm a traveler now, a cosmic nomad, leaving behind everything that felt bad. This ain't escapism, this is a quest to find the best version, putting life to the test. Echo bloom, a cosmic rebound, lost in the multiverse, spinning around. Different me's, living free and bold, stories unfolding worth more than gold. Shifting dimensions, a vibrant chase, find feeling divine. Every me whole, taking control. I'm breaking the barrier, fooling the fools. Bloom. Street lights bleeding amber, a water hollow stain. Another August evening, washing over the rain. This city breathes in shadows, a concrete silent plea. Used to chase the sunrise, a golden reckless plea. Now the horizon's fractured, just a memory sea. Empty bottles whispering tales of yesterday. Another ghost in the pavement, slowly fade away. Reaching for a phantom, a sliver of the light. Like a compass spun in circles, lost in the endless night. This thirst ain't for water, it's for something I can't name. A reflection in the darkness, a flicker of the flame. Echoes of the night, bleeding in my soul. Droughts a constant shadow, taking its control. Eclipse on my horizon, swallowing the sun. Salt on my tongue, baby, the damage has begun. Echoes of the night, bleeding in my soul. Droughts a constant shadow, taking its control. Eclipse on my horizon, swallowing the sun. Salt on my tongue, baby, the damage has begun. They built empires on promises, gilded and untrue. Trust a fragile currency, traded for a view. Each diamond's a deception, a mirror to the lie. Watching empires crumble beneath a vacant sky. The spotlight's a furnace, burning through the facade. Every victory's a burden, a heavy silent load. I'm a lighthouse in a tempest, signaling to none. Just the echoes of the choices before the damage done. Used to think the rain would wash it clean. Now it just tastes like regret. Lost the map, lost the way. Just the salt, just the gray. Night echoes, yeah, salt thirsty.